Very good morning, friends. Today we have to study the corporate restructuring part 2. In this part, we have to study the mergers and amalgamation. It is a combination of two or more companies. Try to understand what is the exact meaning of merger and amalgamation. It is nothing but a combination of two or more companies where one company survive and another company or companies get merged into survived company. Okay, the acquired company ceases to exist after merger and the acquiring company remains survived. Merger may be three types of mergers. How many mergers are there? Three types of the mergers are there. Those types we will consider afterward. Now, the meaning of merger or amalgamation, again we have to understand that it is nothing but a combination of two or more companies where one company survives and another company or companies get merged into survived company. The acquired company ceases to exist after merger. The acquired company ceases to exist after merger and the acquiring company remains survived. This is the meaning of merger. Try to understand. Then merger means nothing but a combination. Try to understand. What is it? Merger means nothing but a combination of two companies in which the acquiring company remains its entity. Try to understand. Acquiring company retains its entity and acquired company get merged in the acquiring company. That is called merger. Amalgamation means what? What is the exact meaning of amalgamation? Amalgamation means combination of two or more companies. What is it? It is nothing but a combination of two or more companies and create a new company. It means that after making combination of two or more companies, it will be possible to create a new company whereby all combining companies lose their entity. This is the meaning of amalgamation. Try to understand. It is the meaning of amalgamation. Now, how many types of the mergers are there? There are different types of the mergers are there. There are three types of the mergers we have to study here. First, horizontal. Second, vertical, and the last, conglomerator. Okay, it means conglomerate. Such type of merger is also there. Conglomerate. This is the third type of merger, and these three types of the mergers also we have to study here. Now, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of mergers? First benefit of merger or acquisition, you will find merger and acquisition helps to eliminate competition in the market. Very important benefit. Merger and acquisition or merger or amalgamation. Merger and amalgamation helps to eliminate competition or competition in the market. It means that with the help of the merger, it is possible to eliminate competition. This is the benefit. Then also another benefit is there. It helps to reduce the cost of production. Merger and amalgamation helps to reduce the cost of production and distribution to large extent. Third benefit also we have to study. It certainly maximizes the profit of the survived company. It means that maximization of profit of the survived company, it is also possible, and that is also possible after the merger and amalgamation. And this type of benefit also have to understand. Another benefit is also there. Merger and amalgamation leads to strengthen. Merger and amalgamation leads to strengthen the competitiveness in the market. As merger reduces the number of competitors. It means that if number of competitors are reduced, definitely competitiveness will be strengthened. If number of competition or number of competitors are increased, at that time competitiveness will not be strengthened. That's why amalgamation or merger definitely leads to strengthen the competitiveness of the organization and competitiveness in the market. Okay, this type of benefit is also possible there. Then another benefit is of merger and amalgamation is there. It helps to make company financially sound. Definitely, if there is a combination of one or more companies at once, at that time financial soundness is possible. It means that merger and amalgamation helps to make company financially sound, and this type of benefit is also there. Then it gets price benefits. Such type of a merger and amalgamation gets price benefits as a uniform pricing policy. Uniform pricing policy can be adopted after the merger. Try to understand. What type of pricing policy? Uniform pricing policy can be adopted after the merger, and this type of benefit is also possible. Then another benefit is there, mergers and amalgamation. Mergers and amalgamation lead to a sort of expansion. It means that when expansion is there, expansion is needed there, at that time you can use the form. What type of form you can use? Mergers and amalgamation form. It means that with the help of mergers and amalgamation, expansion of the business is possible, and this type of benefit is also there. Then another benefit is also there. What is it? Merger helps to utilize the resources maximally in higher productivity. It means that if you would like to want higher productivity, at that time you should have to utilize your resources in maximum manner. And how it is possible? With the help of merger and amalgamation, utilization of resources in maximum manner for the higher productivity is possible. These are different types of the benefits of mergers and amalgamation. Try to understand. With the help of these benefits, you can understand that why mergers and amalgamation is preferred. Okay, it means that to get such type of benefits, mergers and amalgamation is also preferred. Now, what is the legal procedure of mergers? You have to complete the legal procedure of merger or amalgamation. Without legal procedures, it is not approved, it is not valid. Legal validity should be there for such type of a change, such type of a restructuring. That's why legal procedure of mergers you have to follow. It means that merger or amalgamation has become popular. Merger or amalgamation has become popular and strategic tool for faster growth. If you like to faster growth, at that time you should have to adopt this tool. Wait, which tool you have to adopt? Merger or amalgamation. Okay, it is willingly combination of two or more companies into one company. This is a willing combination, not a compulsory combination. That is a willingly combination of two or more companies into one company. Even though SEBI has issued regulations, SEBI has issued regulations and guidelines for mergers. It has laid down certain formalities. It has laid down certain formalities which are to be complied within the process of mergers. Hence, the legal procedure of mergers or amalgamation is as follows. For completion of this type of procedure, you have to follow different types of the stages, and those stages I have mentioned in this chart. What are those stages? First stage is there, preparing the scheme. You have to prepare the scheme of merger or amalgamation. An acquirer company prepares the scheme of merger for which some expert or consultant. Some experts are consultants. It means that consultancy will be taken from the certain experts, and after getting the consultancy, after getting the advice, then such type of a decision will be taken. Of course, the consultation is kept highly confidential. Before consultation, a target company which is to be merged is selected by acquiring company. It means that such type of a target company which is to be merged, it can be selected by the acquiring company. The fundamental of the target company is examined, or different types of the fundamentals are also examined. The top management of the acquiring company takes policy decision of merger. Who can take such type of decision? Top management of the acquiring company can take such type of a policy decision of merger, and experts team is appointed for preparing the scheme of merger. For preparation of such type of a scheme, expert team is appointed, and it can be appointed. Try to understand. It finalize all the details of merger schemes. Such type of expert team can finalize the all details of the merger scheme. It means that this is the first step of the merger and acquisition, and this legal procedure you have to complete with the help of this first stage. What is the second stage? Second stage is there approval of board of directors. The scheme of merger is submitted to the board of directors for its consideration and for its approval also. Without getting approval, such type of a merger is not possible. The expert team may be asked to make the presentation of the scheme. Expert team, try to understand, they can ask to make the presentation of the scheme before the meeting of the board of director. The formal approval of the board of director of acquiring company is necessary. It means that you have to take the formal approval of board of director of the acquiring company, and that is must. Without that approval, it's not possible. What is not possible? Merger and acquisition is not possible. That's why this second stage is essential. What is it? Approval of board of directors. Then next stage we have to understand. What is it? Approval of bankers and lenders also. After getting the approval of board of directors, you have to get approval of bankers and lenders also. The acquiring company shall seek the approval of such type of bankers and lenders of the target company. A meeting of bankers, financial institutions and trustees of debenture holders, try to understand. A meeting of bankers, financial institutions and trustees of debenture holders is convenes for approval of merger. Okay, if it is approved, the acquiring company proceeds for the further formalities. If such type of approval that company got, then and then such type of formalities can be possible for the further procedures or further steps. Okay, then intimation to the stock exchange is also essential. The acquiring company has to intimate officially about the proposed merger to all concerned stock exchange where the shares of acquired company and target company are listed. Okay, such type of intimation is also essential for the legal purpose, and such intimation is also given to the stock exchanges. It is obligatory as per SEBI regulations, means giving the intimation to the stock exchange. Giving the intimation to the stock exchange is obligatory. Okay, then another step is also there. What is it? Court formalities. After getting the intimation or after giving the intimation to the stock exchange, next step is there court formalities. A merger requires the approval of the High Court. Which court? High Court, having jurisdiction over the registered office of the acquired company. An application for proposed merger is submitted to the High Court. It approves the application. It approves the application and direct the acquired company to the call meeting of the shareholder of the both companies. It means that meeting of shareholders of the both companies is also essential. The High Court approves the notice also. In this way, this is also the essential step, which is it? Court formalities you have to fulfill. Then another step is also there, meeting of shareholders. The extraordinary general meeting of the shareholders of the both companies are held separately. Why such type of board meetings are held separately? To get approval of the scheme of merger. To get the approval of scheme of merger. The scheme of merger with all necessary details is circulated to the all shareholders. The scheme of merger with all necessary details is circulated to the all shareholders who are the real owner of the company with the notice of the meeting. A special resolution is to be passed. What type of resolution? Special resolution is to be passed for approval of merger scheme. Try to understand. Such type of a special resolution is also passed for the approval of the merger schemes. Then next step we have to understand what is it? Notice in newspapers. The notice of extraordinary general meeting. The notice of the extraordinary general meeting is to be published in the leading newspapers, having circulation in the all regions where shareholders resides. It means that each and every shareholder should have to know about this activity. Which activity? Merger and acquisition. And such type of a procedure each and every shareholder should have to know. For that purpose, notice should be given in such type of published leading newspapers. Okay. It is to be published 21 days. How many days are required for the notice? 21 days before the scheduled meeting of the shareholder. 21 days before the scheduled meeting of the shareholders. And this is also the next step of the procedure, legal procedure of the merger. Now, next step we have to understand what is it? Filing the resolution. Filing the resolution. The special resolution passed in the extraordinary general meeting of the shareholders approving the merger is to be filed with the register or with the registrar of the company. Such type of approval, such type of resolution you have to file with the registrar of the company. It is to file within 30 days from the passing of it. Time limit is also there. Within 30 days, you have to file that approval with the registrar of the company. Even the chairman of the meeting has to submit. Try to understand. Even the chairman of the meeting has to submit the report of the proceedings of the extraordinary general meeting to the High Court also. Along with the SEBI, you have to submit that report to the High Court also. Report of the extraordinary general meeting to the High Court about the mergers and amalgamation. Okay, and this step is also very important. Then another step we have to follow: joint petition to the court. Joint petition to the court. Both the acquirer and target company. Try to understand. Joint means both of these companies, acquired company and target company, should file a joint petition to the High Court for approving the scheme of merger. The court issue the notice to the regional director of the company. The court, try to understand, issue the notice to whom? To the regional director of the company's law board. The hearing is conducted by the High Court and it passed the order of confirmation of the scheme. After hearing, such type of a confirmation can be passed. Okay, in this way, joint petition to the court, it is also essential. Then filing the court order. Try to understand. After getting the joint petition to the court, filing the court order is also essential. The court order of the confirmation of the merger scheme. The court order of confirmation of the merger scheme is filed within the registrar of the company's office. Try to understand. Such type of a scheme, confirmation of the merger scheme, is filed with which office? Registrar of the companies. The registrar formally permits the merger of the target company. The registrar of the company definitely formally permits the merger of the target company into the acquirer company, and dissolution of target company is formally allowed. Definitely target company can be dissolved after the merger. Try to understand. And such type of a dissolution is also formally allowed. And this stage is also essential. Then transfer of assets and liabilities. Very important stage. The assets and liabilities of the target company. The assets and liabilities of the target company are transferred to acquire company, for which necessary legal documents are signed by both the companies. When you are going to transfer the assets and liabilities of the company, at that time necessary legal documents should be signed by both the companies. All other necessary formalities are completed. The process of merger ends here legally. Then allotment of shares is also essential. The shares of the acquirer company are allotted to the shareholders of the target company at the predetermined ratio under the merger scheme. It means the shareholders of the target company became the shareholders of acquirer company. It is naturally procedure. That is a natural procedure. Don't forget at all. Then last step we have to understand what is it? Listing of new shares. These shares issued to the shareholders. Try to understand. The shares issued to the shareholders of the merger company are to be listed on the stock exchange. The acquirer company submits the application for listing of newly issued shares to the concerned stock exchange with all necessary documents. After the necessary scrutiny of the document, try to understand, after the necessary scrutiny of the documents, the newly issued shares are listed of trading purpose. Such type of newly established shares can be listed or are listed for trading purpose. Thus, formally the process of merger is completed with all the above 1 plus 1 dozen steps. How many steps are there? 13 steps are there, and with the help of these 13 steps, procedure can be completed. It is obligatory to comply all the guidelines and rules under regulations of the SEBI in the process of merger. The acquirer company is termed as transferee company and the target company is termed as transferor company. What is this term? Transferor company. Okay. In this way, these are the different legal steps you have to follow, and after completion of these legal steps, your procedure of mergers and amalgamation will be completed. What are those steps? Again, I would like to repeat here. First step is there for the legal procedure, preparing the scheme. Next, approval of the board of the director. Approval of the board of the director. Then another step also we have to understand what is it? Approval of bankers, lenders. Then intimation to the stock exchange. Next step is intimation to the stock exchange. Then fifth stage is there. What is it? Court formalities you have to fulfill. Both the companies have to fulfill court formalities. Then meeting of shareholders. This is the sixth stage. Then next step is there, notice in newspapers. Notice in newspapers you have to publish. Then filing the resolution. This is also the step. Then joint petition of the court. Joint petition of the court you have to follow. Then filing of court order, that is also essential in the office of registrar. Then transfer of assets and liabilities. Legally you have to transfer the assets and liabilities, and that is also the essential step. Then allotment of the shares and listing of new shares. These are the 13 steps for the legal procedure of the mergers and amalgamation. Okay. In this way, we have completed this legal procedure with the help of these different points. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.